Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Roadblock, and we are on the free-to-play account. So I'm going to start this video off with my shard pull. I pulled those shards earlier today live on stream, um, and that is something that I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to try and do all my shard pulls live if possible. It may not be possible, but it will be possible moving forward in the summertime. For the next month, it may not be possible. My schedule's quite compacted, but I will try to do those live on stream if at all possible, so that you guys can come hang out and have fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and insert that shard pull video right here for you guys, and that way you guys will be all caught up. I wanted to keep it part of this video and not its own video because I didn't want to take away from what this series is about. This series is to be an educational and informative about Raid and helping people that are free to play conquer these daunting tasks, right? And so I wanted to make sure I was clear about what decisions I made, why I made them, how I came to the conclusions, and everything related to the decisions. So after that video, I'll give you an update on how that video is going to impact the account moving forward. So enjoy. We are about to pull our ancient shards. There's not all that much to talk about. We're just going to go ahead and get into it. We do have a chance. If I was to pull Othorion on the free to play, this dude is amazing, and I would be very, very, very excited to pull him. So who knows? Maybe, right? All right, guys. Here we go. We're gonna pull. Let's pull 5 individual, and then we'll do 10 pulls. So there isn't a single rare at this point that I'm interested in. I'm sure there are some epics that would be pretty good, especially ones now with epic empowerment. Which, man, I can't believe we already have that. I definitely, like, they announced it, and I was like, oh, cool, we'll see that in a couple months. I did not expect it right away. Alright, so far, kind of what we expected. I am not writing any of this down, and I don't have a pen. So, it was 55. 55, I can remember that. 55, okay. Alright, we're going to do 10 pull here. Now, on this account, I'm pulling all my shards. On my main account, I'm only pulling enough shards to do the champion chase. Wow, are we in a 2x? Am I crazy right now? Like, don't get me wrong, rare tax happens, but I pulled 5 in front of it, got 5 rares, and then got a 10 pull of rares. This is not looking good. This is a very, very bad start. Lady Atessa, that's a duplicate. Oathbound, not really interested there. I'm just checking my totals. Okay, so I have just enough room. Okay. The bigger problem is that if I'm not getting epics, I'm not getting enough points for the tournament, which is the whole reason I'm pulling here. Pitiless one is probably the worst. One of the worst epics. I know there's a lot of bad ones out there, but... Okay. Hey! I think he's for the fusion, right? I don't know if I already had him. But I think he's for Lady Mikage, right? Yeah. I don't know. Actually, let's find out if we already had him. He is a... Yep, I think we did not. So, Bannerlord... Yep, okay. So, that's new. So, that gets us closer. I wonder if that gets us anybody... no, okay. So, it's over here for Kira. Kira, if I could fuse Kira, I would fuse her early. But that's good. Lady Mikage would be huge for any account. Just checking my points here real quick before we do the last 10. This is kind of what I'm talking about. If I'm not getting epics, I'm really, really not getting points. And that's a big problem. So my luck right now is pretty bad. We should be getting, I feel like, more epics than what I'm getting. Obviously, I haven't crunched the numbers or done the math on it, but not looking good so far. All right, come on. There's another epic. 2 in a row. There we go. And all right, that's a little bit better. Okay, Rockbreaker. I know there's some interesting things about Rockbreaker. Soul Drinker brings bombs, but I'm not really planning on doing bombs on here. So, and remember, I have no clue what my Mercy is because my tracker program is down. What are we at points wise? 2230. And we need. I really wanted to go for the legendary book, to be honest. So legendaries are 500, so that would be 3230. I don't have to. I mean, there's other options. Sorry, they were suggesting pulling my fragments. Well, I do definitely want to pull Helmet. I had already kind of made up my mind, like, okay, Helmet is definitely getting pulled in this. I should have pulled him first, but I was going to pull all those Ancients anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. So there's another 250 points. How much room do I have? That's a big part of this. Obviously, I'm not going to level all these guys. These two are ready to go. They just need to be 40s. If you guys hear my dog in the background, I apologize. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay. I thought that they sold all my rares when I did that instant upgrade thing. I got really scared. All right, what am I going to do? What to do? Partly it's I'm being a little greedy here, and that's kind of the problem because I want to get this legendary book. So let's do 10 more, or do 11 more, sorry. So we're at 2,988. So I'm okay spending this because I like to be around 2,000 gems for the fusion. So I'm not too worried about the gem loss here. And then I need to make room. So anybody that's not part of a fusion, I could use her as a book. And I'll do one more round of this because it'll make a little bit more room, because I may have to pull some other champions by other means. So I want to see what this 11 pull does, right? If this gets me a couple more epics, then I should be able to pull the 2 legendaries and get that legendary book. All right, here we go. Are you kidding? Okay, there we go. All right, 2 rares. Occult Brawler is really good too. I mean, he used to be one of the top tier for damage in Clan Boss. So that got me this. And so it's 500 for a legendary, and then I'd still need to pull something else. I don't want to spend any more gems. I'll get rid of the red dots later, but you should know it hurts. All right, so we'll pull Drexstar. I don't want to pull a Void. I need 30 more points. I could pull 30, let's do that. We'll do that. Because I said I wanted to get back, I think I did it off camera, but I needed to get back a bunch of, guys I sold off early. So, let's do a little Yakara leveling here. Okay. So that's 10. This is 20. Now if I get, I know I confused it. I know I confused the epics for Razin. I'm not going to do that on the video, and I want to complete the tournament on the video. So that's the only reason that I'm not doing it. All right, last 10 points. And we get that legendary book. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, as you saw, I didn't really have a lot of luck with my shard pulls, so on the account, but we did get enough points for the tournament, so we're able to get the rare, and I did that little bit of extra to get the legendary book, which I'm glad that I did. Those are very hard to find. Now, a lot happened on the account today after that shard pull, excuse me. So I ended up having to book up my Newt in order to beat Doom Tower. So we did this live on stream. The VOD is up. You can feel free to go check it out. But I had a really hard time getting past the Griffin. And even the waves took a while. I can no longer auto them like I talked about just in my last video. I still have to go back and manual them. They're just too hard. And the speeds are getting too crazy and everything. So as well as their accuracy requirements, all of that. My team really needs a lot of help, and I have to make sure I'm being smart with my cooldowns for our mons. So this is probably going to have to be manual, which is going to take a lot of time. But getting the Griffin boss down was a challenge. I used a lot of help from chat, but we did finally get it down. It was really completely RNG based. I had to get very lucky for it to completely work, if I'm being honest. I don't really have a great team or great champions on the account, for that matter, to go after this guy. So, a little bit of a problem. I do want to look at something, because I heard something in a video today. I wonder if I'm sleeping on something. 10%? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we did Doom Tower today, and I did have to book out Newt. But, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It had to happen anyways, and it was just I had to get this cooldown to a 4-turn cooldown. It was a 5-turn cooldown. By the time it came back up, my team was dead. So by bringing it to a 4-turn cooldown, it gave me the edge that I needed, and I got past the Griffin boss. So I was happy about that. We also completed our dailies today, which was also our weekly and our monthly. So we did get a little influx of resources here, and I have another shard that I'm going to pull for you guys on camera here. Now, the smart thing for me to do would be to start saving shards. I don't care about this 5-star chicken that much. Certainly not going to be able to achieve this level of points off of a handful of shards over the weekend. And I don't think I'm anywhere near Mercy because, which I think I talked about it in the shard pull video itself, but I saved up and used my Mercy, and we pulled shards using my Mercy to get double legendary, which got us Newt, which was huge, right? Like, I'm not going to ever complain about that. So the smart thing would be to save ancient shards, but at the same time, I'm the type of person that wants to pull during 2Xs, and epic value has gone up. Now, I don't have very many duplicate epics, and even if I did at this stage in the game, they'd be filling out my faction guardians more than being empowered, but it's still a really good time. I would say that the value of pulling during a 2X event is greater than it was last week or the week, like, because of empowering epics. So let's say do I have another deacon? I do not. But if I was to get another deacon, obviously, first things first, I would do guardians. Sorry, faction guardians. But if I had if that was full and I got like a duplicate Fenax or something along those lines, just thinking about like Sacred Order, kind of, I do think a duplicate deacon would be good. You do get bonuses to speed and all stat bonuses, duplicate Godseeker. Shamil, I would want to run 2 of, to be honest. But I know that there are some champions that will benefit more from being empowered, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, because it's still stat bonuses. I empowered my Geomancer, who I don't think is necessarily at the top of that list for empowerment, because his damage is all from his passive, but he's tankier now on my main account than he is on this account because he's not empowered here. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. So if I have the opportunity to empower champions, I will, but faction guardians first. So if you're here and you don't really know what to do, fill out your faction guardians first and then consider empowering your strong epics. All right. So let's pull that shard. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought for just a second there. Let's pull this shard, see what we get. Who knows? Maybe we get an epic. Maybe we get a legendary. We get a rare. Okay, no big deal. Not a bad rare, because we don't have a lot of champions in that faction, but I'm not really looking for rares anymore on this account. I can't think of any rare that I would really be excited for at this point in the game. Okay, so what's left to do? Champion Chase is done. Dragon is almost done. A little bit more energy, and I'll have Dragon complete. Once Dragon is done, then I can move on to the Champion Chase, which is also going to get me Dungeon Divers points. I do need to pay attention because tomorrow is the last day for Dungeon Divers. So I may, because I can't use RSL Helper, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I work tomorrow, and I don't know that, I'm going to be grinding today for the, I just got to be careful. I cannot afford to fail the Dungeon Divers, so I may just have to overspend in Dragon. I think you may have seen I think it was on stream today. My inventory was quite full, but I did a mini gear cleanse, which took me down to 1390 pieces of gear. So that gave me a little bit of room. I had a lot of trash, and there's still some trash in there that I was being lazy about how I filtered in order to get rid of stuff. So, but we did get rid of a lot of stuff, and that opens up room for more good stuff potentially in the future here. With getting Newt, I think after this fusion, and I say after the fusion because I think it'd be better to do it when I'm not worrying about energy and stuff, but I think it's time to push into some of these hard dungeons. Maybe not Ice Golem. I don't think I have the support structure yet, maybe with Wixwell, but right now I don't have the support structure. But I do think I could be in Dragon Hard, maybe Spider Hard if I get my Cold Heart up, and Fire Knight with Newt, but I will probably need to get champions leveled for that, for Fire Knight hard. I have Newt, but I would probably need other champions like Cryodan or something along those lines to help me in Fire Knight hard. And the waves are going to be a bit of a problem in Fire Knight hard. Armand's helps in that regard quite a bit, but he doesn't help on the Fire Knight itself. So we'll see. And I don't really have any nukers that have multi-hitter A1s, which I wish I had. Is this a... Yeah, no, that's not it. AoE single target. I'm just looking for multi-hitter A1s. And again, this is where Yakarl could prove to be very useful if I level him up, which is the next 6-star still on my list of champions to build up. So, okay. Or maybe Kreela, Witch Arm, because an ally attack would really help if I use her. And then, but again, it's like, you know, if it's going to be RNG there, because if she doesn't get both of them, both Cryodan and Newt, then we may not get the turn meter control that we're looking for. 3-time hitter with a chance of freeze. Neldor is a 3-times hitter with a higher % chance to freeze. I might go Neldor. Well, actually, I might go all. Yeah. I mean, Armand's Newt, Neldor, Cryodan, and then some type of support maybe. Something that could speed up turn meter and in a timely manner. So maybe Deacon does have a double hitter on the A1 too. Yeah, I got some. That's a future problem, right? Let's focus on the now, because this is going to be I don't want this to be too long of a video, and I'm cutting a video into a video. So, mostly just wanted to give you guys an update on everything that's going on. Forge Pass is looking really good as well. We're getting very close there. I would say probably about 2 days, maybe 3, and we have 4 days and some change to do it. So looking good there. And we now have 9 sacred shards on our free-to-play. The last thing I wanted to say, and then I'll let you guys go. Ultra Nightmare, 3-keyed today. Now, that is because it's on Magic Affinity, which is my best affinity. And then I did 1-key Nightmare, even on a hard affinity on Spirit. So that was pretty cool. I'm happy with that result. So things are going really well on the account. I'm looking forward to getting Wixwell. I think that's pretty much everything for you guys. Dungeon Divers will get done. Champion Training Event will get done. And then Champion Chase and Dragon. Now, I do want to acknowledge the fact that it was a mistake, kind of, to use those books when I used them. It would have been better to wait until I could double dip, but that, because I was doing it for Doom Tower and I was so convinced that it was going to be a victory, I went ahead and pulled the trigger and used those books out of the best time. I should have waited till a champion training tournament or a clan v clan or something where I can double dip and get those extra points. But I made the call. I'm happy with the call. And Newt is stronger than ever and could potentially get put into my clan boss team, especially once we get Wixwell up and running and see how things go there. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for everyone that came and hung out on the stream today. That was an absolute blast. I cannot wait to keep doing those and get more interaction with you guys. If you want to know when I'm going to go live, if you just want to know when my videos come out, please subscribe. It's the best way to not only support the channel, but also get direct access to everything that I'm doing, get updates, information. And one last thing that I'm going to start doing for shard pulls now is that every time I do a shard pull and get a legendary on either of my accounts, not other people's accounts, my accounts, I will gift a membership to somebody. So it randomly picks somebody that's in the chat. So and that's going to give you access to other content like account takeovers. You can get member shout outs, and I can even do shard pulls for you. So I did do a shard pull for a member of my channel today, and he got 2 legendaries off my luck and his second Geomancer, which he could potentially empower now. So a really great shard pull. That's going to come out tomorrow because I just don't have enough time to edit and upload more videos today. So keep an eye out for that one if you want to see that shard pull. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.